What is up, guys? Ncaa 31 here, bringing you some NCAA 14. I have to get this game back in the rotation. This game is so much fun to play. I have to start streaming this game again. I've neglected my G-Tech dynasty. That's got to stop. But anyhow, big weekend this past weekend in college football, and of course, with Thanksgiving weekend, we got a lot of big games ahead. And I want to keep my commentary brief since I've been fighting off a cold and my sinuses are all congested and all that good stuff. But I want to touch on what went down with Ohio State. Not just their loss against Michigan State, which I think was, not I think, it's definitely the worst coached game I've ever seen Urban Meyer coach. I'm a huge Urban Meyer guy as far as his coaching ability is concerned. But Mark D'Antonio got the best of him. D'Antonio himself is a very good coach, and he straight out hustled them. Michigan State played with great discipline, and they got it done. What I want to focus on, though, is the fallout from that game from an Ohio State perspective, and the comments by Ezekiel Elliott and Cardale Jones as well. I think it explains a lot about what we saw out of Ohio State this season. You know, you had Ezekiel Elliott calling out the play calling, but also basically saying how he doesn't want to play there anymore. Cardale Jones did the same thing too. And I think what you have there, I think you had a situation this season where you had guys in that locker room who were more concerned about getting ready for the NFL draft than winning games for Ohio State on Saturdays. And that sometimes happens, especially with a team that has had a lot of success and has come off a national title. It happened to Alabama a while back, where coming off a title, they lost 3 or 4 games, and Saban admitted at the end of the season that he had a hard time getting that team motivated and focused. He had a lot of guys on that team more concerned about getting ready for the NFL draft combine than, you know, staying focused for the grind of a long season. I don't think Cardale Jones ever wanted to come back to Ohio State. For one, I think Urban talked him into it and promised him that he'd be the starting quarterback. And then when he started to struggle, he started to yo-yo the quarterbacks around. And when you do that, it's really tough to establish a rhythm. And then when he finally settled on J.T. Barrett, Barrett never quite got to the level that he played at last year. And away you go. And what's really puzzling about their attitude is that they still have a lot to play for. They have a big game this week. They still have an opportunity to accomplish big things. But if their heads are mentally elsewhere, that ain't going to happen. The focus of that team is in serious, serious question. And you can guarantee Harbaugh's going to have his team ready to play. Yet you have Ezekiel Elliott saying, "Yeah, I'm done, don't want to be here anymore," and Cardale Jones saying, "So long, Columbus." Definite problem. Would anyone, be surprised if they go down again this week? I sure wouldn't, based on, the attitude that I'm seeing from the players. Elsewhere, my Fighting Irish are still alive, they're still in the mix. Oklahoma, my preseason pick to win the Big 12 outright, is still in the mix. How about Navy Houston being a big game in the American Athletic? Both those teams ranked in the top 20. Houston 10-1, Navy 9-1. Wow. And Oregon looking like Oregon again. Oregon's 8-3. They should beat up Oregon State, get to 9-3, and if they win their bowl game, another 10-win season on a down year when they had a lot of injuries. So that's it from me for now. My voice can't hold up much longer. Enjoy the rest of this game footage. I'll be streaming this game again in the very near future. Get this game back in the rotation and up and going again. And I will talk to you all later. Peace.
Fires out to his receiver. Tackles the 17.
How to defend on that third down.
So it's 4th down. They'll call on the field goal unit here. And it's good. Throwing on the run, and he pulls it in. They'll bring him down at the 48-yard line. And it looks like they might be bringing some pressure here. Throws complete. He's got room to work. And he kicks away. No good. He hooked it right. He fires left side. And a nice catch there before he stepped out of bounds. And he throws right away. Let it go, and it's caught for the touchdown. We've played a half of football here. Oregon's got a 10-point lead.
Glad to have you with us in the studio for the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Reese Davis and David Pollock here, completely locked in on that first half. Good thing we have these spectacular 1080p high-definition monitors in here. All the better to see these offenses execute with precision in the first half.
Yeah, I like having the old school black and white TVs too that show a little bit of defense occasionally. But yeah, offensive plethora. I mean, you want to see how to dial up a clinic on how to play offense? You saw it on both sides in the first half. I'm not sure that there was much resistance, but it's always fun to be able to dial a play up and know that it's going to work. And every single time you go, hey, this plays money, this plays money, this plays money, and you saw it over and over and over and over.
Just about set to start the second half. What are you looking for?
I'm looking to see which team has that decided schematical advantage.
And if they can find it, they'll blow holes 3 or 4 axe handles wide. Brad and Kirk will be there to call the second.